Everyone, welcome back to Madden 20. Today we are starting a Bengals franchise. And this is something I want to do. The Bengals finished 2-14, and they have the #1 overall pick this year. And obviously, more likely they're going to use it with quarterback out of LSU, Joe Burrow, who had one of the best seasons out of a college football quarterback ever. So here we are. We're going to do Play Now Live. This just puts us in the Pro Bowl. You see, we got a little message here. It's useless, I guess, but okay. This is the Super Bowl 54. They're saying Chiefs, Packers, I guess. So we're going to do scouting. And we're going to do custom draft class with actual rookies. So we're going to get Joe Burrow on the team. And here we go. Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And we're going to start with re-signing players. Now, A.J. Green is really expensive. He's 32. He's not going to do much. Tyler Eifert is the same story. He's expensive and old. He's not going to stay on the field. Now, Dark has Denard. I might want to keep around for a little bit. We'll see if he accepts this offer. I think he could worth it, but he's not going to sign. Andrew Billings, I think we need defensive tackle depth outside of Geno Atkins. We need someone, so I think he's going to be our guy. He's a 76 overall run stopper. I think he can do. And I think he can fit well on this team. And he will sign and keep with us. Nick Vigil, we're going to need linebackers to back up. Clayton here, the safety, maybe. The rest of these guys, I don't see a spot on this team moving forward. Alex Redmond is an exception. We need offensive line depth. He's injured, but whatever. We need him because if someone goes down, everyone else, they're low overalls backups that we can sign street free agents if something goes wrong. So I think we can move on. So these two guys, the end here, Clayton and Nick Vigil, we're going to attempt to sign both of them. Start development. I think Nick Vigil, we're going to give him 3 years for $13 million. And he'll accept, which is good. Team captain with 3 years for $5 million is perfect. We're going to get pretty much everyone we want. And Darquez Denard and Tyler Eifert. We'll try Tyler Eifert. It's going to be for a really cheap deal. I think $19 million is reasonable. I think this price is reasonable. Cap hit's low, but he's not going to sign. So we're going to try. We would franchise tag, but it's really expensive, and I don't think they're worth the cap hit. Like, without that offer, Tyler Eifert is $3 million cap hit, but with the franchise tag, it is $11 million. So we're going to move on to free agency. We have $34 million, which is good. We didn't sign any franchise tag. And Derrick Henry is the top free agent, which is interesting. I'm surprised he wasn't signed. Now, no one's bidding on him either, which also surprised me. Now, Kendall Fuller, no one's bidding on him. He's an 87. We're going to sign him. He's going to be a good corner for us. And it immediately made it clear to me as soon as we got here, I'm going to make the deal cheaper so it's not a huge cap hit. $27 million. It became apparent that I'm glad we didn't sign Darquez Denard. A.J. Green probably going to the Bills. Aiken guy will also going to the Bills, which is interesting. Tom Brady is on free agency. Ryan Tannehill, who won the MVP in this season. James Winston and Philip Rivers, which is interesting. Teddy, cool. Then Derrick Henry, Austin Eckler, Matt Breida. Of course, fullbacks. They're all low overalls. You can probably find a high overall one in the draft if we really needed to. Michael Burton getting 10 bids, which is funny. I was about to sign fullback, and it's like, I don't know. Murray Cooper going to the Cardinals. Looks like we got Emmanuel Sanders and Kenny Stills. Though Emmanuel Sanders is old, and I thought we can get a couple years out of Kenny Stills. So we're gonna sign Kenny Stills for $14.5 million over 2 years. So he's probably not going to accept it. Tyler Eifert probably going to the Texans. we're gonna look here, and we see Austin Severi and Jenkins. Now they're both 26 with James Hollister, but ASJ is, well, they're both scheme fits. I think ASJ is gonna be cheaper, but he's gonna be better. So we're gonna sign him, and we're gonna look at offensive linemen. So not really anything to note. Everything here, they're getting bid on. They're expensive, not high overall. Graham Glasgow maybe. Marcus Gilbert's old. Jack Conklin young. He's getting bid on. I want youth on like this team so they can develop. Now looking at linebackers, Carl Nassib, I think could be a good signing. So I think 3 years, $17 million. He should sign. We got look here. I mean, there's some good options here. There's definitely options to improve the team here. Now, cornerback, we got Kendall Fuller. We could look for someone else. Free safety. I think Jesse Bates is really good. I don't think we're going to need a starting free safety. I mean, backups are useful. Devin McCourty is an X factor, so we could always use him. And I think we're going to move on here from free agency week 1. I think this is good. We'll see who we get. We get ASJ, Kendall Fuller, and Carl Nassib, which is huge. So looking at the team now. We have Andy Dalton, which is unfortunate. There's the team so far. Of course, AJ Green gone, which this team looks a lot different without AJ Green. Here's the defense. Now, 2-star corners, Kendall Fuller and William Jackson. Jesse Bates on free safety. Williams on strong safety. Nick Vigil now right outside. Carl Nassib left outside. I think we're going to need a linebacker in the draft. I definitely think that's what we're going to need. We're gonna take a quarterback. We're going to do some scouting real quick. And then head on to the next week of free agency. Because I think, well, we'll look at free agents first, but I think we got who we're going to want. Is Derrick Henry probably going to the Giants for a really cheap deal? Like, that surprises me. Here's his Billies. I think we can try to get something cheap. I don't want to spend all our money on a running back when we have a cheap running back and a really elite running back in Joe Mixon. See, that's just not going anywhere. We're not going to bid on Henry. Emmanuel Sanders, maybe. Tom Brady, definitely we don't need a quarterback. And Emmanuel Sanders might be, I mean, he was old, but maybe a 1-year cheap. You're going to come here, maybe something happens, magic happens, we have an easy schedule. 12 points, I doubt that'll happen, but, you know, why not? I don't want to spend. So what we're going to do is, real quick, we're going to trade, Andy Dalton to get a pick. We're going to try to get a first-round pick. We'll see who's interested. The Patriots are very interested. Tom Brady was on the market. I saw that. So we're going to try it. They, for some reason, have the first-round pick for 32nd overall pick, which kind of confused me at first. So I was like, okay, whatever. Maybe they traded with the Chiefs or something, which I don't remember ever happening. But we're going to try this. This is going to be a straight deal. QB Andy Dalton, 2020 first-round pick. I was like looking, trying to remember. This is 2020 draft, right? Okay, that's not enough, so we're going to try that. We need another pick. So we're going to go, next year we're going to give away a 3. And I think this is great for the long run. We get a second first-round pick, and I know who to spend it on. You'll see who I'll spend it on later. But I think this is going to be perfect for us. Now let's do some scouting. So now we got 5th-year options, and we get John Ross as a 5th-year option. We're going to pick it up. John Ross in real life has drop issues. He's not that good. He's just really fast. But this is Madden, so I think we're going to keep him. I think, yeah, it's going to be decent. I think he's going to be good. And we got injuries. This team was ravaged by injuries in the sim. Well, and in real life. Looking at free agency, Emmanuel Sanders and Kenny Stills, that's not happening anymore. We got the Titans ruining our fun in the Bucks. Because, you know, the Bucks need wide receivers. Jabal Shear going to the Colts, so he's getting paid. That's now going to lower to the Lions. Adam Humphries might be a good option. He's 27. He's a 78 overall. There's not much room to grow because he's 27. But I think he's definitely worth $20 million in 3 years. I think we can pay him that at reasonably and go. All right, we're gonna do some more scouting and go. All right, and Humphries is there. I think we've done all the scouting we want. I have pretty much the players I've wanted to draft. This is all the injuries. That's funny. I think we did everything. I'm just gonna turn off tutorials. I don't want the team. I don't want drafting someone I don't want. I'm also just gonna set up for future use. I'm gonna be using 11-minute quarter, 15-second play clock time, and tutorial pop-ups are gonna come off. I think we're ready for the draft. I have everyone I want to. Here, we're gonna go look over the free agents real quick. Tom Brady's still on the market, which surprised me, honestly. We got Kendall Fuller, Adam Humphries, Carl Nassib, Boston Starian Jenkins. This is a very under-the-radar kind of free agency, not big names. But I think it's going to work out for us. You see, for whatever reason, the Dolphins have the first overall pick and not the Bengals. I was surprised here. Like, here, we're going to go look. I don't know why I did this. But we're steamed. The Dolphins have 5 wins. But it's okay. We're gonna just go to our pick. Dolphins are gonna select Chase Young, and the Bucks are gonna select Joe Burrow. I didn't realize at the time that I forgot that the Bucks let Jameis go. We're gonna select Jay Fromm. We're gonna trade him to the Bucks for Joe Burrow. I don't think we're gonna need. This is a Joe Burrow rebuild. But 73 overall from I know Burrow is 73 as well. And we're just going to look at these picks. Now, we're going to trade back into the first round. We're in the first, get a higher pick. Because I feel like while picking a 32 is nice, the player I want, and you'll see the player I want, isn't going to be a 32. I think he's going to be a really high draft pick. And I think we need to move up here it is, Isaiah Simmons. Out of Clemson. I think everyone who watched the National Championship saw how good Isaiah Simmons is. He's a complete game wrecker. I think he's a perfect fit on this team. We need a star linebacker. So we're going to trade. Dolphins are one Drake Kirkpatrick and another pick. We're going to move up. We're ruining our future 100%. Let's hope he's not traded because I'll trade down if Isaiah goes. I do have another option if Isaiah Simmons goes, so I'm not worried. It's not as good, but it'll work. You see cornerback off the field, Andrew Thomas off the board, Derek Brown, CeeDee Lamb, which I like, Shane, offensive lineman, and I now pick 13 as another corner goes off the field. And here we go, Isaiah Simmons. I'm surprised he fell this far, I'll be honest. 6.7 combine, he's really good. He's a 75 overall, hidden development, only ranked 17 in the class, so that doesn't matter. But that's a great pick, and we're just going to skip right to the second round. Alright, next pick. It was between Nathan Muti and Anfernee Jennings. Now, the linebacker was there if Isaiah Simmons wasn't on the board. But I think we're going offensive lineman. I'm not going to risk the third round prospect I have here staying on the board for our third round pick. I think this is the right pick. He's a 74 overall. It's a great offensive lineman. Now our next pick, do you see how I said that offensive lineman couldn't go on the board? Well, he did. So I'm glad that I took the offensive lineman. The pick here is Malik Harrison. I think he's going to be a great linebacker. I think we're going to really rebuild this linebacker core. He's just going to be really good. And he's a 71 overall. I think he's going to be a day one starter, and he's going to make an impact on this team for sure. Moving on, their fourth round pick, another offensive lineman. And you see, we get a glitch here since the draft clock expired, which terrified me, I'll be honest. I was like, man, Hennessy looks like an amazing prospect. Combine grade, maybe not perfect. He looked really good. And then showed, oh, this is the Buccaneers. So let's just go to the next pick. Let's see what happens. Okay, we got the Buxton choose the guy, and I go to the draft board. My offensive lineman is gone. I was like, oh no, I just obviously missed him. So we're just going to skip to the next pick, see what happens. And look, Matt Hennessy is our pick. So don't worry, we didn't miss it. Our 6th round pick, Kindle Vildor, 70 overall, hidden development. I think he's going to be buried in our deep corner room. I think Kindle Fuller isn't going to be a long-term answer. He's going to be here for a couple of years, but I think he's going to be a good developmental guy, and he's got good development. Our 6th round pick, I have a couple undrafted guys that I think I like here. Javier Soriano of Tulane is a really good offensive lineman prospect. I think he's 2nd round grade. You see 71 overall normal depth. I drafted pretty much exclusively offensive line and linebackers, and of course that couple corners. It's insane. Round 7, our last pick, we're just picking a fullback. Luke Sellers, 73 overall. This was an amazing draft. I think I really did this. I mean, I've used the TFG 2020 class before, but this was a perfect class. Everything went my way. For like, as much as I knew the players in this, I think everything fell perfectly into me except for, obviously, Joe Burrow. Now, we're going to get rid of Jake Fromm. We're going to trade him. Joe Burrow doesn't get to be the number 1 overall pick, which is kind of sad. But, you know, I think we got something going here. We're going to get something going here really good. You see, we're going to look at Bucks are 73 overall for Burrow. I think he's be a good starter. So we're going to advance to preseason week 1. Next episode, we will do the preseason games. But real quick, we're going to go ahead. First of all, look at the roster. Here it is. For now, as you see, a pretty much rebuilt offensive line, which is really, I'm kind of proud of. I like that. Don't forget, we're going to need Jonah Williams back. Now, real quick before this episode ends, I'm going to trade over for Burrow to the Bengals. And how we're going to do that is we're just going to tank Joe Burrow's overall. So he's really bad. You see right here. And we're going to raise Jake Fromm's. We're going to change them all back. You'll see. I'm just boosting everyone. We're just going to trade. I think we end up having to select a pick. Like a player I don't really need. But whatever. I think this game messing up. I'm fine with losing a player. Joe Burrow's going to wear number 9. I think it's going to be really good. You see, we're going to fix Fromm. And there we go. There's the team. 79 overall to start year 1 of the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow rebuild. Real quick before it's D7 for now. Actually, they lied to us. Put Joe Burrow in the starting quarterback, and there it is. Rebuilt offensive line. Austin Safarian Jenkins, Tyler Boyd, Adam Humphries, and John Ross, which is really good. Auden Tate, I think, is also a good option. We'll see who performs in this preseason. Defensive line is stacked. Kendall Fuller, William Jackson, and Kyle Vildor. Kendall Vildor will play mostly in the nickel, I feel like. Isaiah Simmons, and I think is going to be really good. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next episode.